Hi, I'm Chad. So I decided to learn MuleSoft, and while studying for the MCD Level 1 exam and working through verifying the problems on the practice exam, I discovered one of the questions had an unexpected result. I'm going to share my process of recreating the scenario in Anypoint Studio that helped me discover the correct answer. Let's get started. Study the following diagram. There's an array of strings being fed into the flow's batch job. Note that there's no aggregation or filtering in the steps. In the console output window, what information would be returned from the logger? Let's find out the answer. Start by opening a new Mule project and call it Process Records. Now I'm going to drag a scheduler component to the canvas from the palette and it will create a new flow. Then I'm going to add a set payload, and then a batch job, and add a logger component into the onComplete section. Then I add an extra step onto the batch job. Now let's click on the set payload transformer and add the array of strings that we will feed into the batch job process. Here I'm changing the names of the steps. Let's add a set payload transformer to the first batch step and concatenate the string 1 to the payload. Now I'm going to grab another set payload transformer from the palette and drag it into the second batch step. Next, concatenate the string 2 to the payload. This will cause the logger to output the payload to the console. Here I'm going to change the frequency of the schedule operation to 6,000 milliseconds or every 6 seconds. Now I'm going to select Run and Debug. We can scroll in the console and see that the result of the logger output is a summary of processed records. Let's set a breakpoint and inspect the payloads. Stepping through, we can see Apple 1 and Banana 2 are in the payloads. But if we step through the debugger to the logger and examine the payload at the completion of the logger component, we will discover that the payload now contains the immutable batch job result, which is a summary of processed records. If we read MuleSoft's batch processing concept documentation, we can find the following statement. After Mule executes the entire batch job, the output becomes a batch job result object. So, the answer to this question is C, a summary of processed records.